Dane was a kid who had been impacted by COVID a lot, and that just kind of disconnection from being around school and friends and things like that, it really disrupted that part of his life, that connection piece. And he seemingly had just kind of been holding on to that for a long time, not really showing any symptoms or talking about it, about his depression that he was experiencing or his experience at school with friends that were not going well. He just decided, I'm going to be honest, right? And that kick-started the whole process of realizing he needs help. And he had never really been in any sort of treatment program, had never really done a lot of like therapy or anything like that. So this exposed him and the family to kind of a lot of new stuff. He was in the intensive outpatient program for about a month and a half, and things weren't seemingly getting better, and he was actually getting worse in terms of like what he was experiencing and the severity of his symptoms. The puzzle pieces just weren't fitting, and so we kind of had to tinker some stuff to make them fit, or maybe even add things to make it work for Dane. In that process, the family was able to kind of work on like improving their dynamics and figuring out how to best support Dane, right? We kind of gave him options and said, you know, do you want to do the partial hospitalization program? And kind of once he started working with psychiatry, working more hours in group, more hours in family therapy, more hours in individual therapy, he started to get better. He was becoming a lot more affable, happy, dancing at times, and sharing more of like just the positive side of Dane. He comes back to the intensive outpatient program, I think for 2 weeks, and he was like, I'm good to go. Like, I think I got this. We just said, all right, like, let's do that. From beginning to end, when he started in our intensive outpatient program to when he kind of bookended it with that 2 weeks at the end, probably about 3 months total is our time with Dane and his family.
We are the Children's Mental and Behavioral Support Team at St. Luke's. We serve the whole community, from Boise to Meridian to Nampa to Twin Falls to McCall.
Oftentimes our scope reaches far beyond the Treasure Valley to service those within many rural parts of the state.
I think as a community, we all see kids out there and just know a lot of them are struggling, even if they don't show it, and they deserve the opportunity to get the help and support that they need.
We are seeing numbers of all psychiatric or mental health disorders increasing across the country. Approximately 25% of our youth are struggling with either depression or an anxiety disorder. Also, suicide is the leading cause of death in children aged 10 to 14. Those numbers are significant here in the state of Idaho as well. We are very concerned about growing numbers of suicides and growing number of needs for mental health services. It is a growing trend to see children suffering with various mental and behavioral health disorders.
High levels of anxiety, high depression, mood disturbance disorders, kids that are experiencing certain forms of psychosis, whether that be hearing voices or seeing things. And in this day and age, there's just so much more stuff out there that's thrown at kids that can just really kind of make them lose their foothold, whether it's things like social media or bullying or things like substance abuse, all that stuff that kind of gets piled on with kids, and they come to us carrying all of that.
It's trickier sometimes to find their reality, right, or their perspective, or what they're thinking of as right or wrong, because they have such a different lens. Whatever the kids are facing the challenges with today, the skills they can learn to manage interactions with each other can be used to translate to other problems they're going to have when they're older.
Children are still growing, their brains are still developing, and so I think we have the opportunity to instill a lot of tremendous change. And as we intervene early in their lives, we're able to make change that will continue with them throughout the rest of their lives. And I think that hope is such an amazing part of working with kids.
Because we're all here together at Children's and we all have the same ultimate goal, which is to help kids live the best life possible, we all want to collaborate.
We are putting mental health therapists like myself into general pediatrics offices. We have behavioral health consultants in some of our specialty clinics to help with kids and families who are working with those providers. We have our mobile clinics that go out to the schools, and a pediatrician who will treat a kid and a family for strep throat as well as depression or anxiety. We are putting behavioral health and mental health therapists into schools.
It's more consistent because they don't have to get anywhere because they're already here. And it just tends to create a more cohesive delivery of services.
The earlier we can intervene with children, the better off we're going to be. And so it's still important for us to try to get as many kids as we can in to be seen and cared for. But there is a significant lack and a significant wait for our kids to be seen currently.
The wait list for individual counseling is around 8 months. Testing from one of our neuropsychologists or maybe working with one of our developmental pediatricians is 12 to 18 months to get in. And so trying to get kids and their families the best we can provide is challenging sometimes.
Your support is everything to us. It really is how we provide for the kids.
Every little thing matters, right? Whether it's dollars or time or research, any support that we can get definitely has a huge impact. Also, using this as an opportunity to bring awareness to kind of some major things that are going on in our community that, you know, seem like it's in the shadows, and a lot of times we don't want to talk about it, and it's right here on our doorstep. This is a letter from Dane's father. There are moments in life that define our journey and shape our family's future. For our family, one of those pivotal moments was our involvement with St. Luke's Children's Center for Neurobehavioral Medicine. Our son's journey through the shadows of despair could have led us down a path of irrevocable loss. Yet, thanks to St. Luke's, we walk a path of hope and healing today. In Idaho, St. Luke's stands as a beacon of hope, not just for our family, but for countless others facing the daunting challenges of mental health issues. The staff's exceptional dedication to both the youth and their families has been nothing short of life-changing. Their expertise, compassion, and unwavering support have guided us in our darkest times. What truly sets this program apart is its holistic approach. The curriculum, with its balance of compassion and healing with a consistent and structured approach, didn't just address our son's challenges, it transformed him. We watched him grow and heal in ways we never thought possible, during a journey of despair into one of resilience and enduring strength. As a parent who has witnessed the profound impact of St. Luke's Children's Hospital and the Center for Neurobehavioral Medicine, I stand as a fervent advocate for their work. The dedication and skill of the staff are comparable to the finest such programs nationwide. They don't just treat conditions, they transform lives. It means a lot to hear that from not just a parent, but feeling like he's speaking on behalf of the whole family. It makes me feel proud to do this type of work. There's a lot of families like Dane's family, and they're kind of the ones that make it worth all the effort and the investment.